How long you think it was gonna take before we got here? Now you gotta prove yourself all over again. Come on.
Ain't nobody coming, I've been gunning from 100 yards, trying to hit my mark, missing every time. This will be the start of the picture perfect. Watch you.
Hey, good morning, Charles.
How's it going?
Great. I love your background there.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yeah, it's really good. Well, I guess we both did fairly decent yesterday. I hit the first pick four and the double, and you had some your long shot won, and you had another winner with some money on. So you did really well. So
Yeah, I
anyway,
did okay.
yeah. So I guess let's get started with. We got 10 races today, so might as well get started, right?
Yeah, let's get started there. Okay, the first race, we have a 6 furlongs, claiming price of 12.5 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. And when it comes to our simulation board here, right now it looks like the 5 is going to get the lead at the quarter pole at 66% chance. I personally think that's going to be true. Matter of fact, I think this is a shot to go wire to wire. When it comes to simulation odds, we have the that's it. The one that was scratched, that was the only one.
All right. So I'll get over here to this other sheet for the EP, and you can see the 5 is supposed to get out there in front with the 2 and the 3 right behind it. Let's see what it looks like on the EP. Yep, there we go. There's the 5 and the 3. Of course, 2's not up there. 5 looks like it's got about 7 points in that column. LP, we got the 1 on top with the 2 and then the 7. And then the EPLP, that's the 1 and the 5 up there with the 2. So we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. You want to talk about your picks and what you like?
Today I had trouble because there's usually in every race, either A, I thought it was wide open, or B, I thought it was between 2 or 3 horses. But this race, I really do like the 5 here, and this is most likely my best bet of the day. I singled the 5 in my pick 5, as you can see, and it's a pretty nice size pick 5. But the 5 horse is my top choice here. I think this horse could go wire to wire. It has the speed to do it. Finished second last time out. Well bet last time. Got a hot jockey trainer combo there for the last 14 days on this horse. The 6 is my second choice in this race. This horse ran second last time. Also has some tactical speed. Well bet last time. And then the 7 horse is my third choice. This horse is his third start after a layoff, and the trainer gets 30% with that angle, which is not a bad angle at all. But this horse will be closing at the end. Hot jockey the last 7 days. And then the 1 is my price horse here. This horse has got some tactical, but more on the closing side of speed. Totally fits with this group, but that's how I see it.
All right. And then the way I see it is I like the 5 as well, Monterey Park. Although, as you can see, I think this is a pretty wide open race in contrast to you thinking that the 5's a kind of a lock here. Anyway, she ran second versus similar in her last race. She has the highest speed figure at today's distance. Her best start speed is fastest among today's starters, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. The 3, Southern Smile, is my second pick. She has an early speed style that helps her chances. She has a high percentage winning trainer. This trainer wins 19% of the sprint races he has an entry in, and she has a high percentage winning jockey in the last 7 days. It won 7 out of 20 starts. That's pretty nice. Number 6, ZZ's Reds, my third pick, ran second versus in her last race, has the last race speed rating highest. And then number 1 is my long shot, Blow Some Smoke. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm going to play a $2 double. I'm going to use the 1, 3, 5, 6 with the 4.
Okay.
And you're going to do a pick 5, correct?
Yeah, I'm doing a pick 5 there with I'm singling 5 here, and then I'm going with my top 2 picks in the second leg. Then I'm going with my top 5 picks really in that third leg. I think that race is wide open, and the fourth leg top 2 picks, and the final and fifth leg I got my top 4 picks.
All right, and we've got a comment here from Muret. He says hello. He says race 3. Who's lucky? So we're going to be getting to that pretty soon. Just a couple of minutes here. We'll be getting there. So welcome to you. Let's go on to do this second race.
All right, race number 2. This is a mile for maiden claiming of 5,000. So this is the bottom for maidens for 3-year-olds and upward. In this race, it shows that basically the 4 has a shot of getting lead, about 50% chance. But the 1's going to have a say in that. I think it is going to be those 2 out there winging it. Simulation odds, though, we have the 4 at was that about 2 to 5, and you got even money in the morning line, so that's a little bit of an overlay, and that's about it when it comes to the odds and overlays.
All right, well, let's take a look at our EP sheet, and appears to me that one going to get way out there, and the others don't look like they're going to be that close, but we'll have to see what goes on here. And then shows the 1 out there, but not that far above. Look at that 4 is right there with that 1.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see that. And as far as the LP goes, you got the 6 and the 1 and the 4 in there. The 6 got about a 5-point lead on everything there. And then the EPLP, it's the 1 again with the 6. So our 2 don't measure up as far as this sheet goes.
No. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, this is the bottom of the barrel when it comes to claiming, and especially for maidens. That's why I'm going to go with the 5, a first-time starter. Why not?
Yeah,
I mean,
you might as well.
The dam has thrown 3 winners from 5 starters. One of them's a stakes horse, so why not? You got a hot jockey trainer combo the last 14 days. The trainer gets 13% with first-timers, so I'm going with a first-timer there. The 4 horse is my second pick. This horse drops in class today. The trainer gets 17% when he takes him from turf to dirt. And the 1 horse drops in class, gets 33. The trainer gets 33% when he drops him down 2 levels or more. And the trainer also gets 21% when he goes from turf to dirt. So the 1 is really going to be tough to beat, but that's what I'm saying. It's not like a sure thing. And then the 2 is my price horse. This horse has got some tactical speed. The horse is minus 10 pounds. You got a rookie aboard. Might help this horse a little bit. Other than that, that's it.
All right. Well, I like the 4 as my top pick. Offshore Thigh, or whatever that is. He drops in class today, and returning to this dirt, it might help his chances as his best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. 1, Small Sailor, is my second pick. He drops in class today, can improve while returning to the dirt, and has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 33% of the races when dropping a horse down 2+ classes. And then your 5 horse, your top pick, Peter O'Toole's, he's a first-time starter whose dam, as you said, has 3 winners from 5 starters, and one of those was a stakes winner, and has a trainer jockey combination who in the last 14 days have been in the money 6 out of 8 starts, won 4 of those, a second and a third. And I like the 2 as my long shot as well, just like you. His best start speed is close to the average winning speed. I'm going to play a 50-cent pick 4. I'm going to use the 4. Then I'm going to, second leg, go with the 1, 2, 6, 7, 9, 10. Then the third leg, I'm going to use the 2 as a single. And then the fourth leg, I'm going to use the 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12. So there we go. All right. So we might as well just move right on to that third race.
Yeah. Third race. This is a mile and a 16th. Hey, today they're staying on the turf. For 12-5 claimer, non-winners of 2 lifetime. And this is for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. And then when it comes to the simulation board here, it looks like the 1 horse has a 51 or 52% chance of getting the lead at the quarter pole. And the 7 might have a say in that. And I think personally, I think the 1 will get the lead, but I do think the 7 will push it along and sit in the catbird seat on that. When it comes to the simulation odds, the 1 itself, look at that, 2 to 1, and morning line is 12 to 1. Now there's an overlay.
It's really nice.
Yeah, really good. And then all the way down to the outside horse, the 10, you get a slightly over even money. You got a 6 to 1 morning line. That's a nice overlay also.
That's right. It sure is. So let's take a look at what our sheet says here. We've got the 1 and the 10 is looks like the horse is going to be out front. And look, that 7's right there with it too. So they're all pretty close. You look through the first 5 or 6; they're very close here. And then the LP, we've got the 10 on top with the 6 and the 1 running right behind it. And then the EPLP shows us that the 10 and the 1 are right up there. They've got almost 10 points ahead of everybody else. So we'll just have to see how that goes. So anyway, so let's talk about what you like, since we going to give an answer to Murat.
Okay, well, in this third race, I personally like the 7. I think the 7's going to be sitting in a perfect spot. If you look at it, I mean, the 1 is probably most likely going to have the lead. I think the 7's going to be sitting right there on its tail. And if they push it fast enough, I think the 1 will back up. And so I think the 7 is a good choice here. He's going longer today. He was well bet last time out. This is his third start after a layoff, my favorite angle. So, I mean, why not with the 7? But the 10 is dropping in class today. That's my second choice. The trainer gets 29% when he has 46 plus days of rest. And he also gets 19% first after a claim. That's all what we have right here today with that 10. And then the 5 horse is my third choice. This one's second start after a layoff. He has some of that tactical speed to sit right around 4th or so. He's got some solid works even after that last race, so he looks pretty good. And then I'll say the 1 will hang around for the minor prizes. As we were already talked about, he has tons of speed. Ran second last time out. He does drop in class today, and he has a hot jockey for the last 7 days.
Yeah, and as you can see, between Charles and I, we pretty much think this is open race because we have a lot of different picks in here. So even my top pick, Charles doesn't seem to like at all. But you never know. Sometimes that's true. Number 6 is my top pick. She finished 4th in her last race as the favorite, but has a trainer wins 23% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again. The trainer-jockey combination in the last 14 days has won 2 out of 4 starts. The 7's my second choice. She likes the turf, has a good 4 furlong workout on 29th of June. I like the 9 Morning Angel as my third pick. She has finished in the money in 3 out of her last 5 starts and has a high percentage winning jockey. And then I like the number 10 horse, Hardly Mischievous, and she can improve. Hardly Mischievous. She can improve while returning to a route, and her best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. And I didn't make a bet in this race.
Now, if you remember back on my pick 5, this is the race I had 5 horses, and I did add the 6 as my 5th horse.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, I think it's kind of wide open, but I like I said, I kind of like the 7 a little bit because of where he's going to sit throughout the race.
Okay, well, let's just move right along here to the 4th race.
All right, the 4th race, we have a 6 furlongs allowance race for non-winners of 2. Purse is $36,000, and this is for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. In this race, we have the 3 horse that has a 59% chance of getting the lead. At the quarter pole, probably so. The 4, it has a 21% chance. Most likely would be pushing that 3. And then when it comes to simulation odds, we have the 2. About right. It's 4 to 5, and it's about 4 to 5 morning line, I guess. So it's about right. The 3 is a 2 to 1. Morning line is 6 to 1. So there's your overlay right there. And that's what we have for overlays.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the EPLP sheet. You can see here there's 4 horses that want to be on the lead. We'll just have to see what the EP sheet says here. And it's got the 3, 2, 4, 5 out there. And then on the LP, we've got that 6 with the 4 and the 2. they're all within about, what's that, 7 points. And then the LP, EPLP, it's got the 6 on top with the 4 and the 2. And then you get this right here. We might as well just talk about what you like and see what's going on there.
Yeah, in this race, it was interesting. I came close to just saying the 2 is my pick. But after really digging into it a little bit better with numbers, the 6 does have a shot, and possibly even the 3 has a shot at winning this. So I think it's more or less a 2-horse, possibly a 3-horse race. The 2 is my choice, though. He has the tactical speed. He doesn't have to have the lead. He could sit there second or third. He won last time out. He got a hot jockey last 7 days, so I think he's definitely one of the horses to beat. The 6 horse is my second choice. This one has tactical, but more on the closing side of speed. Cox gets 22% when it's 46 plus days of rest, and he also gets 33% when he takes him from turf to dirt. So makes him a little on the tough side. The 3 horse, definitely, as we've talked about and shown here on the chart, has some speed and probably most likely your leader. He was well bet last time. Definitely fits with this group, so he'll be kind of tough. And then the 4 is my price horse. This horse ran 3rd last time out. They add the blinkers today, and the horse does have enough speed to keep up or maybe even get the lead at one point.
All right. Well, I'm going to start out in this race with number 2, Val. That's my first top pick, and it's my pick of the day. My pick of the day yesterday ran 3rd. Looked like to me it was going to do something, and then hung in the stretch there. And I guess we had a pick of both had pick of the days there, and your 4 was closing, but just couldn't get up there. I think the 4 ran 4th or 5th.
He ran 4th.
Yeah, right
behind. He didn't break the best, but if he had broke a little bit better, and if he would have had maybe 10 more yards,
yeah,
might have been a different story.
Yeah, you never know. That's horse racing for you.
Yep.
But anyway, the favorite won that race, to tell you the truth. Anyway, number 2, Val, she won her last race at Horseshoe Indianapolis, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I like the 3 as my second pick, finished in 4th place in her last race as a favorite. But this trainer has wins 25% of the races when bringing the favorite back to race again, the beaten favorite. And her best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. All that, she drops in class today. Number 6, my 3rd pick, should improve while returning to the dirt. Has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 33% of the races when taking a horse from turf to dirt. And then number 5 is my long shot. She finished 3rd in her last race and switches a high percentage winning trainer. I'm going to play a 50-cent pick 5. I'm going to single the 2. Then I'm going to go with the 4, 5, 7, 9, and then the 1, 3, 6, 11. Single the 8, and I'm going to finish up with the 3, 5, and I'm going to bet $10 to win on the 2.
Yeah, and I'm going to do a pick 5 also, and this is another big pick 5. I did 2 big pick 5s because I think you could get some prices in there. I took my top 2 choices here. Top 4 in the next leg, top 3 in the 3rd leg, top 2 in the last 2 legs. That's how I'm seeing it.
All right. Well, let's just move right along to the next race, 5th race, and see what we've got going there.
Okay, in the 5th race, we got another mile and a 16th going on turf. This one's for claiming 12.5 for 3-year-olds and upward that have never won 3 races since January the 6th. So we got now on this leaderboard, we've got plenty of horses in here that will have speed really overall. But the 3 has a 42% chance of getting that lead at the quarter pole. But the 9 might have a say with that, with another 36% chance of having that lead. I think those 2 personally will be out there. I don't know which one will be on front. I just think whoever breaks the best will probably most likely. When it comes to simulation odds there, we have nothing that's on overlay today.
No, not today. Yeah. They actually scratched the 14, which would have been an overlay. So
yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to our other sheet and take a look here. The 3 and the 12 look like they're going to be on top with the 6 and 8 as pressures. Let's see what the EP says here. It says the 6 and the 12 should be on top with the 3 and 5 and 9. See, there's a lot of speed in this race, as you can see.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the LP says that the 9 should be up there. Graceful Kitten got an 8-point lead over everybody else. And then the EPLP, we got the 9 there again with, whoa, look at that, 16-point lead over everybody else. So you just never know what's going to happen here, I guess. So if you want to talk about your horses and what you like there.
Yeah, this chart's pretty much saying the 9 all the way, huh?
That's right.
But I'm saying I like the 7. Steve Ashmanson gets 18% when he's rest him up 46 plus days. He got a hot jockey the last 7 days aboard. This horse goes back on turf, and he didn't do too bad on turf in the past. So I think this horse is ready for this. And then the 4 horse is my second choice here. This horse ran 3rd last time out. It's got some tactical speed, but more on the closing side of it, definitely. The trainer gets 38% at 46 plus days of rest. So really great angle for that horse. The 3 horse is my third choice here. I ran even last time. Trainer gets 13% when he's going from turf to dirt. Ortiz himself, the trainer, gets 12%. 12% for Ortiz, I think it's underrating him. I think he's a much better trainer than those numbers, John Ortiz. And then the 9 is my final pick here. This horse ran 3rd last time out. Trainer gets 20% with first-time claimers. What they have here. It fits here. You look at the charts. It's saying this is the horse to beat. If you go back on my pick 5, I did take all 4 horses in this race.
All right. Well, I like in this race the number 9, Graceful Kitten, is my top pick. Finished in the money in both of his starts at Horseshoe Indianapolis, and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Big Paper, the 4, is my second pick. Finished 3rd versus similar in his last race, and has a trainer wins 37% of the races when bringing a horse back that's been off for 46 to 90 days. And then I like the 7, your top pick. He has high percentage winning trainer and jockey. He returning to the turf should offer hope for improvement. And his best turf speed is fastest among today's starters. The 5, River Redemption, is my long shot. Drops in class today and can improve while returning to the turf. I paid a 50-cent pick 4, and I've got a feeling this is a pretty wide open race. So I used the 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, and 12. With the 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 11, I singled the 8 in the 7th race, and I singled the 5 in the 8th race.
I personally, I like your last 2 races. I was only scared of 1 horse in that last race, which I think it was the 3, but I think those are solid singles. So I like that ticket. That's not a bad ticket, I think.
Yeah. Yesterday I did really well my first ticket because I did that 1 race all. I would have never had the 6 in there if I hadn't done that. So
right. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move right on to this next race and the 6th race and see what we can do there.
All right. The 6th race here. We have 5 furlongs for fillies, 2-year-olds, and a purse of 38.5. This is for Indiana breds. So all the home state breds there running in this race.
Yeah, there's mostly all first-time starters. So we don't really have much to talk about here. And I don't even think there's anything in the other sheet as well.
Yeah, we only have, I think 2 horses that, have started before.
Yeah.
So, and one of them that has started before is my top choice, which is the 11.
Okay.
And the 11 ran 2nd last time out. I think he has the speed to steal this race. He has, when a horse runs first time out and they run 2nd, it doesn't really matter where they run. They learn so much in their first race. It's very, very good for them. So I think this horse will benefit a lot, and he's got a hot jockey in the last 7 days of work. The 3 horse is my second choice here. Another horse that's ran. He's the only other one that ran. He ran 3rd. Well bet also. He has some speed to take it or stay real close. And then he also has a hot jockey in the last 7 days. So my top 2 choices I've already ran before. And the 8 horse is my third choice. This horse, Dam, has 3 winners from 3 starters. You can't ask much more from her. Solid works behind this horse, so why not? And then the 2 horse, It's Dam, has 2 winners from 4 starters. This horse is bred to be fast, and it's got some solid works. And that's why I'm putting a trifecta in here, because they're all decent odds. So I'm going to do a trifecta box, all 4 of them.
All right, that looks like a good play. So for me in this race, I liked 11 as well as my top pick. As you said, she ran second versus similar her only start, has the highest last speed rating, and her best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. And then the 3, Rosas for Loose, she finished third versus similar her only start as the favorite, but the trainer wins 23% of the time when he brings back a beaten favorite to race again. And then number 6, the kid Party. I don't know. She is a first-time starter, and this sire wins 22% of the races with first-time starters. That's pretty good. And her dam has 1 winner from 1 starter, and she has a bullet workout on 5 furlongs on June 17th. Number 1 is my long shot. She's a first-time starter who has a high percentage winning jockey. I don't have a bet in this race. So.
All
right. So let me get back here where we're at, and get it. There we go. All right, we might as well just move right along as we're moving pretty quick here to the 7th race.
They're in the paddock right now, so we got an easy 7 or 10 minutes before the first race there. So they haven't even put the jockeys aboard yet. So
all right, well,
that ain't too bad. Okay, in the 7th race, it's a 7.5 furlong race on the turf. It's an allowance race. Non-winners of 1. Purse is $36,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. So in this race, we have a simulation board here that has the 3 at 53% chance of having that lead at the quarter pole. Probably most likely going to happen. But on this chart board, it says the 2 will be pushing it along at 30%. I also believe that the 8 is one of those sneaky speed horses. And then when it comes to simulation odds, we have the 1 at just slightly over even money. We have the morning line at 4-1. And then we have the 5 horse at 2-1. Morning line at 20-1. Now, talking about an overlay.
That's big.
That's pretty big. And that's about it.
All right. So go here and take a look at the EP sheet. 2, 6, and 8 look like they want to be up front. Let's see what it says here with this. It's got the 3, 2, 7 out there. But, look at all those numbers are all really close. There's only 8 points between the top 1 and the number 8 horse. So it's pretty close. And then we got the 9 on top here. Got a 7-point lead over the 3 and the 5 and the LP. And the EPLP has got the 3 up there with the 5, 1, and 8. So anyway, you want to go ahead and talk about what you like and why you like the horse?
Yeah, this is another interesting race. I personally think there's a lot more speed even than that. A lot of speed in this race. I like the 8. This horse is one of them that has speed. Might find itself on the lead. I think it could sit second or third. This horse cuts back in distance, which I know he's going to enjoy. Cox gets 22% with 46 plus days of rest. So there's a lot of pluses to this 8. The 3 horse is my second choice. This is another one, as we said, that's most likely going to be the leader. You got a hot jockey and trainer combo here the last 14 days. They are taking the blinkers off, so I think they want this horse to relax a little bit better. Maybe this horse has been a little too intense, so maybe we'll see something a little different. The 2 horse is my third choice. This horse won last time out. Now, this 2 horse, as our chart says, has the second best chance of having that lead at 30%. And I think it's one of them that could get the lead. And he's starting his third start after a layoff today. The trainer gets 23% with that angle. And then the one finally is my price horse here. This horse, the trainer gets 31% when he rests them up 90 days. That's a great percentage for 90 plus days.
Well, it
And
is.
it is. It's very good. It's hard to get him really sharp. And then the rail gets 40%, wins. So why not? And I think he's got a little bit of that tactical speed. He can sit there pretty good. And look at that. He's got even a little bit of an overlay also.
All right. Well, as far as what I like this race, I like the 8 as well. Classic Cut won his last race at Horseshoe Indianapolis, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and the combination of the last 14 days have won 2 out of 2 starts, so they're perfect. Number 1, Digital Software, my second choice. His best turf speed is fastest among today's starters. The rail post is winning at a 40% clip, and he has a good workout on the 29th of June. Number 6, Boko, won his last race at Horseshoe Indianapolis, has a high percentage winning trainer. The 7, top of the road routes, I guess. He ran second versus similar in his last race and has a high percentage winning trainer. That's my long shot. I don't have a bet in here, so I don't. And you don't have a bet either.
No, I spent all my money in pick fives.
You did, yeah, you did.
And a try. So I mean, like I said, I was kind of going for the fences a little bit today. My best bet's in the first race. So if I keyed him in on a pick 5, why not? Yeah, I just feel today is not 100%. I couldn't find another horse that I could really single out. Possibly that last race, the 5, maybe, but who knows here? You want to get any of the business set aside here while we're waiting for this race?
Yeah, I was going to say, if you like what you see here on YouTube, please subscribe if you haven't done that already, and hit that little bell that'll let you know about all our programs. We have the night programs where we interview jockeys and trainers, and last night they had a pretty good program where they interviewed the woman attorney for the for the Racing Guild, and her name was Mindy Coleman. She actually is the Jockey Guild's attorney and advisor. So that was a good one. If you didn't get a chance to see that, you ought to take a look at that. And then, of course, you'll get notified about Foreign Fridays if you'd like to find out something about the foreign races. We got a couple of good experts there, especially Thomas. Thomas knows a lot about the foreign races, and he gets a lot of the long shots. And then if you visit us on our social sites at Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, go to Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us likes and thumbs up. If you do that, it helps with our algorithms. And I don't know. Let's see. I didn't take a look, but we should take a look and see what the free track today is at Guaranteed Tip Sheets. But you should go to Guaranteed Tip Sheet and take a look. Well, it's Delaware Park today, so you should take a look there. That tip sheet's a pretty darn good tip sheet. I've been using it for many, many years to either find horses that I didn't take a look at, or to give me a lot more positive feedback on the ones I do like. And then if you like to bet on sports, the professor does sports betting and gives you some games to play and that sort of thing. Both of those links are at the bottom here. So anyway, take a look at that. On Monday, Sean, and I think it'll be Julie, will have a show on Monday night. Not sure what the guest will be. And then next week, Charles and I will be back at Parks Racing on Monday to do that. And then I think Rich will be back on Tuesday. That's correct?
Yeah, I mean, he's really scared because we're a dynamic duel, and he's scared, he doesn't want to break us up.
All righty. So how much time we got here?
Well, they're prancing around, trying to go back to the gate. So, I mean, we have just a little bit of time on this race itself. maybe you want to put up maybe race 1 again. We'll go over those bets.
All right, let's do that. Let me get over here to where I'm gonna go for race 1. There's race 1, and
Yeah. So once again, like I said, I'm going for the fences today and pick fives.
yeah, that's
So,
a pretty big ticket for you.
yeah, actually, both tickets are pretty decent size. Usually, I try to keep it, well, it's a little bit over my prices, but I try to keep it right around, you know, 20 some dollars, something like that. I mean, my last pick five is a $24 pick to five, but this one is a $40 pick five here.
Yeah.
So
And
usually I don't go that high. I usually try to keep it right in the 20s somewhere.
yeah,
And I think it's more retainable like that because if you have nothing but favorites or co-favorites that I have picked, if they all come in, it's not gonna. I mean, it might pay $100, $200, but that'd be about it.
yeah.
I don't want to risk, that much money for that kind of money.
You can see with mine that I like doubles, especially to start with, and for years
Normally, I just like win bets, but
well,
a day like
yeah,
today, I just think I'm just going to go for the fences. I just see it. I mean, my long shot pick yesterday came through, although it ended up being the favorite or co-favorite.
yeah,
Starts
yeah.
off at 10-1, and what did it go off 2-1?
It went up to 2-1. At one time, it was like 6-5, and
That's
so
ridiculous. I mean,
it creeped
10 to
back
1.
up.
You know what? I got to stop saying this on air. Everyone's jumping on my horses.
That might be, but that race made me cry because my second choice was only beaten ahead by your long shot, and my second choice was 11-1. So
Yeah.
that would have, and that knocked me right out of that pick. I think it was a pick 4 that I
But
was.
actually, overall, all week we've been doing pretty decent overall.
Yeah, we have. I tell you the truth, we really have.
But today, here in Kentucky, it's a beautiful day. Got a slight breeze and stuff in the mid 80s. It looks like Indiana's the same way. So, and they're approaching the gate. They're starting to load up right now. We got the second horse in.
Yeah, as you see, I do the double. A lot of times, I do the doubles in these plays to start with, and I like to do that because I've done it for years, and I went quite often doing it this way, and it gives me a little extra money to bet during the day. So that's one of the reasons.
Well, back in the days, they only used to have the daily double in the first two races only.
You're correct. That's correct. Yeah, I used to play them all the time, and that's why I got in the habit of that. So
that's right. And they didn't have no pick threes, pick fours. They only had a pick six, and that was it.
Yeah. Well, I remember when they didn't even have a pick six.
Oh gosh, we're starting to show our ages.
Yeah, I remember all they had was win, place, show, double on the first two races, and then they would have Quinella, or maybe exacta sometimes, and then trifecta, and that was it. They didn't even have a superfecta back then. So
all right, they're off and running. The 3 is on. It's got a slight lead, a half a length lead on the 5. The 5 sitting perfectly still in that second spot. The 2 is third, a 1 full length right behind them, and they're coming around the turn now. The 5's inching up on that 3. Pretty soon he's going to have the lead, and now the 5 does have the lead. The jockey's actually looking back at the 2, see where the 2 is. That's a great sign, to be honest with you. The 2's coming up on the outside of him. He's going to challenge him big time. And there's someone else on the other outside of that. Looks like the 7. The 7's flying pretty good. The 2's challenging that 5 big time. They're going head and head, nose and nose. Oh, man. And now who's going to come up on the rail? It looks like the 6, the 2, and the 5 are still battling it. The 2's starting to put his nose out in front. The 2 won. It was 2-5, and I couldn't tell who was third.
Look at this. I made a mistake on my double. That should be one. It should be 3, 5, 2,
Not
3.
1. It should be 2.
Yeah, it should be 2, 3, 5, 6. Can I change it? No, I can't.
No,
can't change it. But you can see that 2 is my 4th pick. So
yeah,
I must have hit the wrong key. All righty. Well, that's the way it goes. Anyway, so the 2 wins, and I think the 2 was like 3-1.
7-1, I think. Oh wait, no, 3-1. You're correct. You're right.
Yeah. And who ran second was the 5?
5 second, and then I really can't tell you who was third. It
Alrighty.
might have been the 1.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
all right.
All right.
Well,
Well, let's go to the 8th race.
that's what we'll do. So we'll go here to our 8th race, and here you go.
All right, the 8th race. This is 6 furlongs. Option claimer of 20,000, non-winners of 1, and this is for 3-year-olds and upward. And in this race on our simulation board, we have the 1 itself at 47% chance of having that lead at the quarter pole. You got maybe the 5's going to challenge that horse, but I think the 5 personally is going to sit second or third. See if someone else will go out there and push that 1 along. When it comes to simulation odds, we have the 4 horse at slightly over 3-1, morning line at 10-1. That's not bad overlay at all. And that's all we have for the odds and overlays.
All right. Well, you see here, there's a lot of horses want to be right up front there with two of them that are deep closers. So let's see what the EP says. Tells us that the 1 wants to be up there, and then with the 5 and the 4. All these numbers are pretty darn close, to tell you the truth. And then the LP says that 5 wants to be in front. 1 for Richie, and Rich is going to love this horse. He probably bet a whole bunch of money on
No,
this
he
horse.
wouldn't bet because he didn't bet on Rich Strike.
That's true, he didn't. Yeah, he was sorry. He's still sorry about that. So okay, well here's the
He
EP.
should be.
Yeah, EPLP. There's that 1 for Richie again, the 5 horse. So we'll have to see how that horse ends up being. And then, so why don't you go ahead and talk about what you like?
All right, and the results are in now. The 2 horse, the winner, paid $8.60. The 5 paid $3 for place. The 1 finished third, paid $3.60. And the 2-5 exacta paid $14.80. The 2-5-1 try paid $34.35. And the super 2-5-1-6 paid $19.73.
Wow, pretty nice. Pretty nice for that first race, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. In the 8th race, I like the 5. This horse drops in class today. Has the speed to sit there and stay really close. Does have also the speed to take the lead if he wants to. Got a hot jockey trainer in the last 14 days. The trainer gets 21% overall, so this horse definitely has a shot. The 3 horse, this is the one I'm a little scared of. This horse won last time out, has some speed, as we indicated a little bit that someone else might go up front with that 4, not the 4, the 1, excuse me. I think the 3 might be one of them. This horse's second start after a layoff, so your first race after a layoff and you win. Sometimes they keep going forward, and sometimes they bounce back a little bit. So yeah. I don't know what we're going to get with that 3. That's why I said he's a little scary. I still think the 5 will win, though. The 8 is my third choice. Horse has some tactical speed. Hot jockey in the last 7 days. He won last time out. And then the 4 horse is my price horse. This horse has some tactical speed. Ran even last time out, so he's going to have to run a little bit closer to do something here. But he does fit with this group.
All right. And as you can see, we're pretty like-minded in the first 3 horses here.
Yeah.
I like the 5, 1 for Richie. He has the highest speed figure at today's distance. His best dirt speed is fastest among today's starter, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then number 3, Noble Reality. He won his last race at Horseshoe Indianapolis, and his early speed running style helps his chances. The A is my third pick, won his last race at Horseshoe Indianapolis, and he has a high percentage winning jockey who in the last 7 days has had this 20 starts and 7 wins, 2 seconds. I like the 1 as my long shot. Ran second versus in his last race and has the highest speed figure at today's distance. Or I'm sorry, last race speed rating, and the shorter distance may help the shorter distance may help him because he has a early running style. I like the 5 in here, and so I'm betting $10 to win on the 5. So, and have you got any bets in here?
No, that's just all my pick 5s going into my late pick 5 is going into the 3 and the 5.
Yeah, you used up all your money, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right, well, let's go to this 9th race and take a look at that. All right, so we get to the 9th race here. Take me a minute here. There we go. Oops, looks like we got babies again. Nobody's really been out. Oh, this is the quarter horses. So
Yeah, all quarter
you don't
horses.
have anything here.
No, I do not.
So I'm just going to tell you what I like. And in this quarter horse race, I like number 4, Country Maker. He finished last in his last race after being bumped really bad at the start, but had finished in the money in his 2 previous races and won one. So I think with a better start, less trouble, he's going to do very well here. The 2, Tempting Cautiously, has finished in 4 out of 5 races in the money this year. Finished second in his last race. And the 12, High Heat Weeds, he finished 3rd in his last race. 9 is my long shot, Zooming Dance. He finished 3rd in his last race at Horseshoe Indianapolis. I'm going to do a $1 daily double. I'm going to use the 2, 4, 9, 10 with the 1, 4, 5, and 7. And then might as well just go to the 10th race here, right? Because the 10th is just a quarter horse race too. And
10th race, yeah.
Yeah, and so I don't know if there's a lot of quarter horse players out there, but I kind of like them. So I'll go ahead and tell you what I like here. In this 10th race, I like that 7. He's a Royal Wagon. He ran 3rd versus Simmer in his last start. The 3 is my second pick, finished 4th, only losing by a half length, but was played 3rd because it was interfered with, which really affected his finish. Number 4, Ivy Jean, switches jockeys to try and get a better run. The 5 is my long shot, Her Crazy Secret. He ran 7th or 9th in his last race, but was placed 8th after being interfered with 2. Prior to that, he had never finished out of the money in his career. So he's a very competitive horse. He's my long shot. I don't have any money left, so I'm not going to make any bets in this race. So let me get back over here. I've already went through everything, and let me show everybody our whole race day, what we like here. And these are our picks for the race for today's races. As you can see there, there's a lot of disagreement between me and Charles, but there are some good ones though. We have actually those last 3 thoroughbred races. We totally agree on those.
Yeah.
So I guess we agree on like 5 of these 8 races. That's not too bad. If you look at it, if you look at Charles and me, there are a lot of times we'll out of the races that we're handicapping and telling you about. If I don't win it with my top pick, Charles wins it with his top. So, sometimes we hit the whole day of top picks between the 2 of us. Anyway, I guess that's about all. We're going to be back, as I said, on Monday to do parks. And do you have anything else you want to say, Charles?
Well, that's it. We're all good. Just everyone have a safe weekend.
All right. Well, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you plan to do and what you're going to do this next week or so, I hope that you're a winner and everything that you do ends up in one place, and that place is the
winner's circle.
All right. We'll see you later, folks.
Yeah.
So I need to get down here to this and end.